Previously on Balls.
On the line now, guys. I spoke to Mark Fish before the music about Orlando Pirates, a 1995 winner. I've now got an Orlando Pirates fan who actually I've known for a while. He's one of your Twitter buddies that you get close to. We've spoken. He's come round to my little estate. We've had chats. He is a massive Orlando Pirates fan. Let's get that clear from the start. We had a Kaiser Chiefs fan last week. Zway, wasn't it? Zway Mapala. He was very good. Nick Ditshego, are you there?
I'm here, Neil. How are you?
Nick, you're a massive Buccaneer, mate. The last couple of years have been magnificent for you. The two trebles, a little bit of a downer last year, but now, on Sunday in Cairo, needing a 2-2 draw or a win. How do you feel, mate?
This is it, mate. This is it. This is the moment they said we'll never see. A lot of them, including our own, of course. Some of us have been believing from the onset. We need this. Our football needs this. More importantly, the boys themselves need this. There's nothing that'll make them legends more than winning the CAF Champions League.
Absolutely. But Nick, when did you first start supporting Orlando Pirates, mate?
For as long as I can remember, the first game I went to was with an uncle of mine who went to the old Orlando Stadium, the very old one, which had bleachers instead of these magnificent stands we see every day. I wouldn't know. It was probably 89, 90.
Yeah.
But I've been there for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. It's so nice when people that supported their clubs for so long finally get a shot at the big one this weekend. There was a massive send-off for Orlando Pirates last night. Mark Fish was saying that when they went off to Abidjan for the 1995 final against ASEC Mimosa, that there were about 2 people at the airport. Have you got a feeling that this one is much better orchestrated, that all these years on, the second star might be, in a way, given that it's a very similar situation, home draw, need to get something away, have you got a feeling that it's almost destiny that Orlando Pirates could do this in Cairo?
We live in hope, eh? We live in hope. It was very tense moments on Saturday evening at Orlando Stadium. A lot of people had given up and had gone out of the stadium, but me and a couple of friends stuck it through, and we saw the magnificent equalizer that Matlabo scored. Yeah. Now, getting back to the send-off yesterday, I don't really agree with it, but if it managed to raise the spirits of the boys, hey, I'm all for it. Remember, we saw it in 2010 as well when there was a huge open bus parade in Senton, and we know what happened there. So I wouldn't have liked to see such a spectacle, but it was to boost the morale of the boys. Now, getting to Cairo, I don't know if the club organized some sort of packages to get supporters that side, but I surely hope they did. And if we can have about 100 supporters, that'll be good, because they'll instead of just club officials and a couple of government officials there, it will be good to boost the morale, knowing that the true, real black-blooded supporters will be there.
Absolutely, mate. I've also got information from Zamalek's official Twitter that they'll be fervently supporting Orlando Pirates. Nick, how do you feel about Kaiser Chiefs fans saying they're friends of Al Ahly, and do you think that at this point in South African football, Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates should band together just for Sunday night and support the South African team? What's your feeling on that?
It goes back a long way. Some of us love football before we love our respective clubs. So if it was me, I would support any club that goes up to Africa, because they're representing our league, in all honesty. I think Sundowns were the last ones to do this well. Orlando Pirates got to the finals, to the semi-finals, and were beaten by Sfaxian in 2006, which I experienced. It was at during the old FNB days, old FNB Stadium days. For me, it doesn't really bother me that much. Those who want to band together, they're more than welcome. I had a few Chiefs supporters along with me on Saturday evening, and those who don't, it's okay. It's their personal choice. You don't see Real Madrid fans sitting with Barcelona fans when they're playing against United, do you?
No. I've got Matthew Patterson sitting next to me here. Grew up in Newcastle. He knows Newcastle Sunderland derbies. He knows Norwich Ipswich derbies. I know Spurs Arsenal derbies. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Rangers, Celtic, the big ones. There is no way in the world that people sit next to each other. And yet here I am sitting at Orlando on Saturday, Nick, and they're sitting in, there's about, I would say there were probably about 1,000, maybe 2,000 Kaiser Chiefs fans in their regalia, loudly supporting Orlando Pirates. I thought that was magnificent. And our derbies don't have any segregation. We don't seem to have many fights. We don't have to have mounted police keeping Spurs and Arsenal fans apart. I think it's a real tribute to our game, Nick. I know some people say that that's not the right thing to do. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
It's beautiful. We probably the most unique set of supporters you get in the world. I mean, even up in African leagues, you don't get that anyway. Yeah. It's only us who do that. I mean, I think the advantage is that we grew up with a lot of these people. It's not people you don't know. It's not people from different towns, like segregated towns, like you have in Celtics and what have you. You understand? We grew up with these people. We all friends as we're growing up, and regardless of the teams we support, we're friends at the end of the day. And we might be angry or disappointed with each other if the other wins, but we're friends. So that's how it works for us. Although during the game, I don't really support it. For example, during a Chiefs-Pirates game, we used to have proper segregation where you'd see this is where the line ends, this is where Chiefs fans are, this is where Pirates fans are. Now we don't have it. Hence, maybe the derby itself has been dumbed down somewhat. But this is not about the derby. This is about Pirates in Africa. And believe me, this is the moment I've been waiting for. And 6 o'clock, I'll be in front of my TV wearing my regalia. You know my regalia. And
Absolutely.
I'll be shouting the loud.
Brilliant, Nick. That's what I want to hear, mate. Dyed in the wool Orlando Pirates fans everywhere. Listen to Nick Ditshego. Follow him on... what's your Twitter address? I used to always call you Black Bucks, but now what are you now, Nick?
We changed it from Black Bucks. Now it's at Tauya Ditshego. TAUYADITSHEGO. That's at Tauya Ditshego.
Follow Nick Ditshego, guys. He's not just a football bloke. He also puts South Africa firmly in its place, and I love what he does. Nick, it's great to talk to you. Good luck on Saturday night. Man United Arsenal kicking off at exactly the same time, but you know I'll be firmly glued to what's happening in Cairo. And
let's forget about the Gunners for a little bit, just for 2 hours.
I think we have to.
We'll take a peek at the scores, but everything else comes to a halt at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening, and every single one of us will be glued onto that screen watching Al Ahly take on Pirates. And we're going to see Lennox Bakela take that one goal, and that's it. That's how we're going to take it.
Absolutely right. Loved it. So your prediction, 1-0 Lennox Bakela, because that's my prediction. That's
my prediction, Neil. The guy has proven a lot of us wrong. I personally didn't believe in him, but he's taken the metal and he's running with it. And there's nothing more momentous than this game for every single one of those guys who are going to be on the pitch to write their names in the history books of Orlando Pirates, just like Darius Kosana did, just like Mark Fish, Eddie Motale, John Moyetti, just like those guys did. Even the current team manager, what's his name, Okara Williams,
yes,
the goalkeeper coach. They've all written the name in the stars, and it cannot be taken away. 100 years from now, the generations will be speaking about these guys. So Jali, Jele, Lekhwati, all of them, even those that are not playing, that are suspended, they will be legends in their own rights, and no one can ever take it away. We want that second star. It's coming, and it's going to be on Sunday. Yeah. Believe me, Monday morning, I'll be the first at ORT to welcome them back.
Brilliant, Nick. Matthew Patterson nodding in agreement. All of South African football's together on this one, I think, Nick. Let's get on with it. Let's win it.
Nice game last night.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Excellent. Man of the match last night, Matthew Patterson. Nick Ditshego. Thank you, Nick. One of the great Orlando Pirates fans on Twitter. I love reading what he does and his interaction. The beauty of Twitter there, as we had last week with Zway Mapala, this week with Nick Ditshego. What you might call your ordinary Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs fans, giving us the unique perspective that only fans, the lifeblood of the game, can give.
Visual Radio. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Radio like you've never seen it before. Balls.co.za